Hi, and welcome to Lines on Design. Yes, I am at my favorite place ever with my friend Julie Rogers. We're at Endangered Arts. I tell you what, I walked in today. We had about 20 minutes before we started taping to kind of walk around. I've got a client that I'm really interested in getting some fantastic pieces of art. And before we even get started today, there are so many new artists here. You always are changing it up and rearranging. It's always fresh and new when I walk in.
Yeah, we try to do that because we want you to keep coming in, and when you come in, we want you to say, "Oh, wow, you have something new."
Exactly.
So we
and
do.
You're like, well, yeah, this is new, but this one was over here.
Exactly.
And it is amazing how with lighting and everything, things can change so much.
Yep.
Okay, who knew that Clay Rogers was such a talented artist?
I know, and it's really funny when you come in. And you talk about the artist, I don't say anything about him being my husband until you say, "Oh wow, he is so good," and then I'm like, "Yay, yeah, that's my husband." So yeah, he's self-taught, and then some of these artists have actually worked with him, but he's doing so well. I mean, this is impressive.
Well, it was funny,
and
when
he's
I walked,
local.
Right. It was funny when I walked in because I said, "Where's Clay?" Home painting is
Yeah,
exactly what you said. How would you describe his artwork? I mean, I get a feel from it, but I don't know that I can articulate that and put that into words.
Well, he loves to do wildlife, and he does a lot of the low country. So he says that when he paints, he knows that that's something that's here. And like if you come in and you want to take something back, you know, as a memory of Hilton Head, he's the perfect artist because all these things that he paints are here. He's painted them from this area.
And help me here.
Okay.
But I think when I walk in and I look at different styles of art and different artists, you can see a personality oftentimes.
Yes.
And because I know Clay, I feel like I can say there's a gentleness to these. There is a it's very pronounced, it's very clear.
Right.
But there's also this softness to it.
Exactly. A lot of people say that. His color palette.
That's what I love.
Yeah, it's so natural. I mean, he likes to paint what he sees in nature. So, yeah, that's really good point because, you know, they're just subtle and I mean, this looks exactly like the pelican.
Yes.
This is from one of my photos that I shot over in Shelter Cove.
All right.
And then he used it. And but this is exactly what this pelican looked like. I mean, it's not photoshopped, it's just clay.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
So does he basically take the lead from your photos and just...
Not really. Sometimes I'll shoot something that he really likes, and then sometimes he'll say, "Do you have so-and-so?"
Okay.
And like this.
Let's
he
see.
wanted to paint a turtle with the bubbles, so I just happened to have one of many. And,
I just happen to have 100 to choose from.
So that's when he painted that. So it's fun to work with him because it's, you know, it's my husband, and I'm proud of him.
Now, tell me, is this an oil, acrylic? What am I looking at?
The original of this particular one was an oil painting, and it's actually hanging in a house in Shelter Cove.
Okay.
And this is a reproduction. This is a G clay on canvas. Okay. And his price point is very good. He's, you know, doesn't have the big name yet. So I know
that.
So he's the price point's great, and people love it that we live here. We've been here forever, and so it just is a good fit for the gallery.
It makes my heart so happy to see his work. He's so talented.
He is. He's very talented.
You know, one of the things that again I notice is that there are many different styles and kinds of artwork that you sell, not just from a painting point of view, but three-dimensional.
Exactly.
And I'll tell you, I can be intimidated a little bit by three-dimensional art. So I'm really excited that we're talking about it today because one of the things you're good at is demystifying this. So let's talk a little bit about what we're looking at.
Well, the first guy I want to talk to is by you. And the reason I want to mention him is Brian Arthur. We see these pelicans every day.
Yeah.
And so people love them in their houses. And we've got the great blue herons, we've got the egrets. He does turtles.
He does?
So, yeah, he does a lot of turtles. And in fact, we'll do some shots of those later so you can see them. The best thing to do is just come in and look at them because these are all bronze.
Okay,
so
this is bronze.
Yeah, they're all bronze, all these are. And the patina on them is hand done. So
that's what gives it the detail.
Exactly. Every one is going to be different. I mean, if you come in and you say, oh, I love this one, well, that's the one you probably should buy, because the next one's going to look a tiny bit different because it's all hand done.
One of the things you taught me a long time ago, and I say it all the time, is good art doesn't have to match your sofa.
Right.
When we're talking about sculpture, what do I need to be looking at before I buy a piece? Do I need to have in mind where I'm going to put it? Can it be an impulse buy because I happen to love pelicans?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Yes. I have the life-size version of this in my house.
Do you really?
And in the new house, we're building a niche for
Right.
it. So I know where that pelican's going. But a lot of these are smaller, so you can put them anywhere. And they're just a great little piece that makes you happy.
Oh my gosh, they're so fantastic. The older I've gotten, or maybe the more experienced, I really appreciate this three-dimensional look.
Right.
Moving on from what I'm calling a more natural look to a lot of the whimsy
of this.
Yeah, I love this. Talk me through
This is
these.
Nano Lopez. He's probably one of the most collected sculptors in the world. So we feel very fortunate to have him here.
Oh, wow.
So this particular piece sells really well here. This is Bertha and Charlie. It's of course, it's a pelican.
All right.
And each one has a story. Bertha is mad at Charlie because Charlie's making friends with lunch.
With lunch?
Yes, with lunch. So these come with this really nice coffee table book that explains the whole process. But he has the cats. We have a big giraffe. They're just whimsical. They make you happy because he loves nature, and he tries to incorporate nature in each one of his pieces.
You know, I think oftentimes we confuse cute with whimsy, because when I look at these, the detail, I don't call these cute.
Right.
These are very sophisticated.
They are.
And I think, again, in learning to appreciate it and how to use it is something that I like to listen to the professionals about. And you're pretty concrete about these.
Yeah, we really love his work because there's a lot of steps that go into each one. Because this is a major process. These are bronze as well, and then they're hand painted and then fired. So when you come in to look at these, sometimes I see pieces on them that I haven't seen before because they're all, I mean, there's so much detail in each one that they're fun, they're very well done, and like I said, he's very well collected. So we feel very fortunate to have him here.
How would you demystify someone who came in and said, I absolutely love these, but I'm scared of this? Get over it is what she would say. She would
pretty
say,
much,
good.
yeah, because they're good, fun pieces. He does big ones, he does little ones. So again, like Brian's work, you can put them anywhere. Or if you buy one of the bigger pieces, you want to have a special place for that to do it justice.
Okay.
So
when people buy artists like this, do they oftentimes collect a piece as a signature piece, or do they collect many pieces throughout time?
Both, especially this guy. He has a big fan base.
Okay.
So a lot of the new pieces, as soon as they come out, they want them because they sell out really quick.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Now, and I know now, one of the things I want to talk about are over here, and I know that Gustavo's going to get us pictures as we're talking. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, that's just other pieces of Brian, just smaller pieces. So we have, like I said, little tiny accent pieces to big guys like this pelican. So
I love the hermit crab.
Oh, that's new. That just came in. Yeah, he tries to do a lot of things for this area because he knows people like what's here. So they're just fun little pieces that he does.
Do you suggest if I come in, does it help you if I come with, I don't want to say a budget because that's not really the right word, but with an idea of what I'm looking for? I'm looking for a piece of whimsy. I'm looking for sculpture. I'm looking to take something home that won't break. Can you help guide me from that point?
Yeah, we can. We want, bottom line, we want you to be happy. And if you come in and spend more money than you anticipated, when you came in, you're not going to be happy with that. So if you're looking at something and you're like, I love this, but do you have something a little smaller? We usually do.
Exactly.
So we can accommodate pretty much anybody. We try to make you happy when you leave here.
Oh.
Or if, you know, we bring it out to your
Exactly.
house, we try to say, well, you know, if you like it, we'll leave it. And most of the time people want to keep it.
Well, and the most fun thing is if you walk in the store, typically you may walk out the first time and go, gosh, there's so much, I don't know what I want.
Right.
But once you purchase something, it's really funny to me. The folks that have bought something come back over and over and over again.
Right.
You do develop relationships
We
with
do.
them.
We have wonderful clients. I mean, they're just so good to us, and they've supported us for the 24 years we've been here. So, yeah, we want you to be happy, and of course, if you buy art, it makes us happy.
Oh, it's always great to see you, Julie. And the
Thank
art
you.
is phenomenal. Thank you, and thank you all.